Welcome, everyone, to our 2020 Burning Bowl ceremony. We're delighted you're with us this evening and grateful, at least for those of you who live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, that we are live streaming this, for we are in the middle of a major rain event, and it's nice and chilly out there, too. So glad you are safe and sound in your homes and that you can be a part of this sacred ritual with us tonight. For we do have important business, the business of releasing and visioning, of tapping into that field of infinite possibilities. As we move through the different activities tonight, you're going to need a couple of things. You will need a small piece of paper. If you got our Christmas goodie bag, this was actually a dissolving piece of paper, so you can just dissolve this in water or you can flush it. Or it also burns, so any piece of paper you might have, and a large piece of paper to write your vision on. So if you don't have those yet and something to write with, I invite you to go and to get those together now so that you're prepared as we move into this sacred time of really allowing ourselves to let go of everything that no longer serves us and to welcome in all that we are desiring to experience in 2021. So join with me as we enter this time, as we center ourselves in prayer. And feel as you breathe in that willingness to release all that is outgrown and open yourself to align with the divine for the highest unfolding in your life. The perfect wisdom and understanding are brought forth tonight as we gently and lovingly let go of what no longer serves us. Divine beloved, change me into one who easily releases all that wishes to go. Let me move through this time with courage and ease. As I stand on the threshold of the new, let me trust that all that needs to happen will happen in the most uplifting and joyous ways. Fill my mind and heart with a vision of my highest possibility as I say yes to this new year. And we say thank you. Thank you, God. Amen. For those of you who may not have experienced this burning bowl ceremony before, it is indeed a sacred activity in which we take time to consciously review the year that has just been lived and to open ourselves to the possibilities, to our divine guidance, and discover what it is that we are being called, both to release and what we are being called to do or to be or to have or to express in this coming year. With this new year upon us, it offers promise that we can leave behind that which no longer serves us and embrace the opportunities to begin fresh and to begin anew. In Native American wisdom, winter, which is the season we're in right now, always brings with it the north. And the north is a cycle on the medicine wheel that compels us to look at our core, to give us a chance to release unwanted conditions in life. In many ways, we look at it as dying to the old self and making room for new beginnings to come as we move into spring. I know for myself, and I would imagine for many of you, that we can feel this desire to heal. We can feel this desire to release old patterns in our lives. Sometimes it just shows up as a quiet tap, or it may be a very loud and obvious need for change. And in this ceremony, we use the outward expression of fire as the symbol of this releasing. It's a symbol of passion, it's a symbol of purification, it's a symbol of transformation. Fire both inflames, consumes, warms, illuminates, inspires, and serves as a catalyst for transformation. And in the same way, water can also be used because it is a symbol of purification, of cleansing, that this release process is centered around. But the outward action is not the most important part of this as we move into this release process. It's really about our willingness in mind, in body, in heart, in soul to release this that's most important. I know for me, there have been times when I have been willing to release and it's been quite easy. And there are times when I perhaps wasn't quite as willing to let go of what was calling to be released, and I got to experience it in a more difficult way. And tonight, I pray that each of us opens up to this process where we are willing to listen deeply, where we are willing to surrender, where we can trust and allow our spiritual wisdom to guide us and to light the way.
These teachings to me are ancient wisdom, new thought. And so in order for us to really connect to our roots, we create traditions like the burning bowl ceremony. And it's a wonderful way to have a tangible experience of letting go. And when we talk about fire, fire is the oldest connection to consciousness, because when we created fire, we had the ability to separate ourselves from animals. And I think that the idea of something burning is like the phoenix rising, the shifting of energies, the evolution. I believe that, and we believe in this movement, that we are ever expanding, the ever expanding nature of the universe. And so in order to grow, we have to shed. Under the surface, beneath the wake, in the cold black quiet of my deepest place, there's a pressure moving, and the winds above the earth, the sands of time, turning me into a pearl, not afraid to face the fire, to the top of the highest peak. When my feet become weak and tired, it's my faith let go and let heart is stealing, feels its feeling, breaking the ceiling, moving into the sky, in the greatest glory, stops telling the same story, rises from the fury, burning into the high. Burning into the high is perfect for a burning bowl ceremony because it's about that transformation. Sometimes we feel that calling and we don't know what is calling us, but we know that it's time to leap. It's time to feel those feelings that you've been avoiding. A lot of times we will fight leaving a job or a relationship or doing something different because we're terrified of the change that happens. And burning into the high is this idea that, just let go and leap, because you can't stay when it doesn't feel right, and your gut and your instinct and your higher self and your spirit will start knocking. What they say, it starts with a knock and then bang your head against the wall, and then everything will collapse around you until you make that decision. And I think as a spiritual person, as I evolve, I'm listening quicker and closer. And so a burning bowl ceremony in connection with burning into the high is this awesome idea of letting go before it gets totally awful and painful, because we don't need pain to grow. We just need awareness. Burning into the high, burning into the high, burning into the high.
So this is our opportunity to let go of all that emotional baggage and perhaps even let go of the beliefs that tell us that we must continue to carry it. In a few moments, we're going to have a song that will move us into a time of spiritual communion, of meditation, that will invite us to open our minds and our hearts and to invite the movement of that Holy Spirit in and through our being. And then we'll take just a minute or so to sit in the silence as we feel that connection to our higher self, as we begin to experience that energy of oneness that is present when we open ourselves and tap into it, And then we'll begin the process of writing down what it is that we wish to let go, what it is that no longer serves us. When we're thinking about this, it could be a belief, it could be a habit, it could be a relationship, or it could be how we show up in that relationship. It might be an old hurt or a resentment. It can be a myriad of things, and it will be just what it needs to be for you. So there's no right or wrong in this. And when it comes to mind that something is being called, when you get that idea that shows up in mind, all you need to do is be willing to let it go. To ask yourself in that brief moment, am I willing to really allow this to be consumed in the fire or cleansed by the water? Am I willing to leave it there, to no longer be a victim of it, or to use it as an excuse of why I can't step into new possibilities? Am I willing to let go of continuing to tell the story? And if you can get to a yes, then please write it down on your small piece of paper. You don't have to write the whole story, just a phrase or a word will do, because Spirit knows, you know. And then move on and allow the next thing to come up. And again, in this small piece of paper, just write as much as comes to mind. And you can continue this process if the time we're allotting for it here doesn't seem to feel long enough for you. So this is something you can continue to do on your own. So join with me as we just allow this music to connect us, to center us, and to open us to this process. and allow my words to become yours. I enter into this time of stillness to align myself with the one mind, the one presence that permeates all of creation. I feel myself as a part of this creation, connected to all of nature. I am the light and the darkness. I am the oceans and the land. I am the rocks and the trees, the fish and the birds. I am one with every human being on the planet. And in this oneness, I sense the order of all things. I feel the divine love that moves in me and every molecule of the cosmos. I know the divine intelligence that is the foundation of all that is and will ever be. I am one with the all as I rest for a few moments in the silence. And as you rest in this silence, ask the divine wisdom of your being to begin to bring to mind what is calling to be released. Whether it's a belief or an idea, a person, a situation, a judgment, perhaps it's some area of unforgiveness. Write it down on your small piece of paper as we listen quietly to the music play.
I forgive the past and all I can't take back. I'm better for the good times that we had.
I'm open to this moment, letting go at last.
I forgive the past. And I forgive the past and the fear that held me back, and choosing less than I was meant to have.
I'm open to this moment, letting go at last.
I forgive the past.
I can't go back there. I should know I've tried,
but I can offer my amends as soon as I decide I forgive the past. And I forgive the past and the fear that held me back, and choosing less than I was meant to have. I'm open to this moment, letting go at last. I forgive the past. I'm open to this moment, letting go at last.
I forgive,
I forgive,
I forgive,
I forgive, I forgive the past.
You can continue to take another minute or two if you need some additional time, but as you are ready to release all of it, as this next song plays, I invite you to release it into your own personal fire or water to dissolve it, or you can just rip it up into small little shreds of paper and throw it away in the trash, whatever way symbolizes for you that you have now let go of it all. So do that as we listen to I Release and I Let Go.
There was a time in my life, thought I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient, and I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day. You've got to let it go. Let it all go. And this is what you have to say. I release and I let go. I let your spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm holding it for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit.
a brave soul inside I'm still longing to be. Buried so deep, she's like a distant memory. She's sick and tired of waiting, holding her breath. Wants to wake up and shake up the life I've got left. Fear lives in our minds and on our television sets and on our phones. From being a television news reporter for a long time, I know that I was trained to select only the pictures and only the facts that would be the most shocking, salacious, scary, outraging, outrageous. That's what we select, and we leave out all the rest. Is it a dangerous world, or is it a beautiful world? What do we believe more, what's on this little screen, or what we see in our real life? With beautiful people helping each other and doing good in the world, and so many things that we can be involved in. What would you do this year if you had no fear? There's someone in my mirror whose voice keeps getting clearer, asking what would I do this year if I had no fear. No fear here. Follow your bliss. The person who coined that phrase said that the way to do that is to do what you care about. What is the thing that you care about? What do you care about? What inspired action can you take to make the world a better place in the ways that you think are important right now? There's someone in my mirror whose voice keeps getting clearer, asking what would I do this year if I had no fear. No fear here. I believe that we are all watched over by a loving higher power. I believe that with all my heart. And I believe that no matter how circumstances look, you're okay, even though you didn't think you were going to be at the time. You're going to be the strong one, the brave one who says, let me reach out and help you the way others reached out to help me. No fear here. No fear.
My hopes and desires are done in 2021. Would you affirm that with me? My hopes and desires are done in 2021. We have released that which no longer serves us. Some of it never did. And with that awareness that the universe abhors a vacuum, we will consciously choose what we will fill the space with. And that is with our hopes and desires. Now it's time to write a letter to God, or Spirit, or whatever name you have for that which we know as the absolute. This letter shall reflect the highest vision you can possibly hold for yourself in this lifetime. Also, with the awareness that you will have this or something better. How do you vision these 8 areas of your life? Health, finances, career, spiritual growth, significant other, family and friends, recreation, and home environment. With those things in mind, if you are willing, allow these words to be your own. I have a clean and clear vision of my life. All things, tangible and intangible, come to me with ease. I bless the channels through which I receive all good. Let's lean into our faith as we vision and affirm our greatest hopes and our deepest desires. We will write our letter in the present tense as if it is happening right now. For example, I am happy and grateful for, and you fill in the blank. When we receive, we give. And when we give, we receive. It's a natural cycle. So just for a moment, close your eyes and sense how it naturally feels to give back to the world from your bountiful manifestations. Now take another minute and write your letter to God as the quiet music plays.
I wanna say thank you for the way you gently open my eyes. No matter what I do, your love is always coming through. When I look in any situation and I say yes, I say yes, I say yes to your love. Oh yes, I say yes. Father, I say yes. I say yes to your love. Oh yes, you created me fearlessly and wonderfully to be your instrument. Use me, I surrender in this moment. Let me be your eyes, let me be your hands, let me be your voice. I'll give you everything I can, and I say yes. Father, I say yes. Surrender, I say yes. I'll give up everything that keeps me from knowing you, knowing the truth. Oh, I say yes. Surrender, I say yes. I lift my hands up to you. Let my body be your vessel. Let my soul be your temple. Yes, yes. Take my hands, do what you will, and take my voice, do what you will, and take my all. Do what you will. Let your love flow through me. Hey, and take my hands, everything I am. Take my voice, everything I have, and take my being, my everything, my everything that you give me. I know you know the plans to prosper me, to give me hope in the future, and I say yes. I surrender, I say yes.
You can continue to add to your letter. Then store this paper in an envelope and put it in a place you deem safe and where you will remember. You can bring it out either in June, 6 months from, 6 months, to see how you're doing with what you have written, or you can look at it at the end of the year to assess, of course without judgment, how you did.
And I'm so grateful to Gigi Johnson, who was supporting this service with her presence and her inspiring words, and for Jeff Holland, who's been running our live stream, and Sherry Pratt in the back making the sound work, and for you being here. And just wanted to invite you, if you're not a regular supporter, to Center of Unity and you've found value in this ceremony or in watching our Sunday services, to consider a financial donation to our community. You know, we thrive on love, we thrive of our motto of being free of judgment and full of love, but we also live in this world and have to pay the same kind of bills that every other business and community is required to pay. And so it requires a committed community to support us. You can simply go to our website and make a contribution there online, or you can also get the address if you wanted to mail in your gift. I also wanted to just extend a quick invitation to join us this Sunday as we begin a new series called Hell in the Hallway, Light at the Door. This is based on a book by Reverend Ellen Davenport, and to also then really deepen your experience, and perhaps if you haven't already felt a deep connection to the people of this community, join one of our caring circles that will support you into really diving into this material. You can sign up on our website. There's a number of different groups available throughout the week at different times, so you can find the one that works best for you. And as we wrap up this service, may this year be one of growth, be one that awakens you to new possibilities, one of compassion and love in expression, both as you and to you as you walk this journey. We wish you a very happy new year, and please enjoy this final video as we ring in the new.
Here we are at the ending, waiting and watching the time. All of us here saying goodbye to a year of our lives. And there'll be fireworks, I feel it coming. This is our year, so let's hit it running. And we'll ring out the old, bring in the new. Let true forgiveness begin. Then we'll let go the bad, hold to the good, believe in the magic within. Let hope replace fear, and let it start here. Let's make this a happy new year. The old, bring in the new. Let true forgiveness begin. Let it begin. We'll let go the bad, forget the bad. Hold to the good, hold to the good. Believe in the magic within. Let hope replace fear, and let it start here. Let's make this a happy new year. Ring out the old, bring in the new, bring in the new. Let true forgiveness begin. Let it begin. We'll let go the bad, forget the bad. Hold to the good, hold to the good. Believe in the magic within. Let hope replace fear. Oh, let it start here. Let's make this a happy. We can make it happen. Let's make this a happy